pretty sure that just moved by itself. Look at that. It's moving by itself. And I'm just sitting here idling. Like, look, just idle. And let's see. Oh, man. I wonder if that's accurate. Is my fuel pump going back? Let's see. Ready? If I rev it a little bit. Oh, man. About to play cars. That's dusty, man. I need to clean that shit up. I know I was talking about dusting Kasparov, but I wasn't meaning it literally. But I might have to. I'm sorry, Casper. I can get you cleaned up. I promise. But first, let's make sure you got fuel. You even got fuel? Alright, Snapchatters. So, I haven't really talked much about the accident or anything afterwards. I mean, I've been going to this chiropractor, and he's freaking amazing. The whole experience has been life-changing for me. I mean, just the accident alone, it's really, I guess it's opened my eyes to things. Like, it's helping me see things differently. I've had some interesting epiphanies, and just things are, it's really strange. It's good though. It's helping me. It's helped me realize, you know, how, yeah, like life is really precious. I dodged a freaking headshot, but I freaking still got injured. I got a wound, you know. There was a big ass truck that I avoided a collision with, and then the second one got me. But I'm still here. It was kind of scary, but yeah, I'm still here. So I figured, since I mentioned dusting Kasparov, and why I say that, and it's because Ruby was totaled. I don't know if you've seen the photos. If you follow me on other social media platforms, you might have seen it. Like, she was totaled, and they've already picked her up. She's gone. So meanwhile, I had to dust off Casper and get him back on the road. You know, like, he was retired from being on the road, and he worked his ass off. He worked hard for me. We worked hard together, huh, Casper? That's right, buddy. Yeah, man. We were out there from here to Las Vegas, Nevada, up to Reno, Nevada, and back. And then when we got back, we were still killing it, right? Yeah, that's right, buddy. Yeah, so I decided, you know what, he needs a break. I got another vehicle, and that was Humpty. After Humpty, I acquired Ruby. And Ruby, Humpty and Ruby both were getting it in. Like, yeah, buddy. Great workhorses. So yeah, after the accident, you know, I was referred to this place. And you know, it's funny. Maybe it's not funny, but it's interesting. And I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in synchronicity and alignment. So I believe that I was aligned with this place, and it's called Life Aligned. Okay. A very credible source referred me here, and here I am. I've been coming here, and there's things that they've identified. They do this crazy analysis. It's pretty cool. The science behind it, the education behind it, like, it's so cool, and I appreciate it. And it's not like, I used to have this crazy idea about chiropractors, and this place definitely complete paradigm shift. You know, like, I've even met people here that are like, yeah, I've been to other chiropractors, and someone told me about this place. I figured I'd give it a shot. So much better. I'll never go back to anybody else. I'm always gonna. So yeah, the place is called Life Aligned, and I've been aligned with this place in my life. And they're getting me lined up. Like, I know I used to think it was like, all right, snap, crackle, pop, pat on the back, get out of here, we'll see you tomorrow or next week or whenever. No, not this place. No, it's not anything like what I anticipated ever. Because I had considered it, you know, just knowing that I've got some things that are off, you know, as far as my alignment, you know. And I never understood how important it is to have these things in alignment, your spinal cord with your central nervous system, and how if these things aren't in alignment, like, kind of like life, there is no luck, there's only alignment. And, you know, you have any malfunctions, you're gonna have issues with any components downstream from, you know, whatever you're trying to function. So I learned some things, and it's making sense. Everything that's been happening, it's good. So here I am talking about this place, and I feel like I'm supposed to. You know, I remember when Snapchat back in 2014 when I first started. Man, I was talking about all kinds of stuff and throwing stuff out there, and like people were like, "Yeah, man, thank you for that. I appreciate you and good looking out." And you know, I kind of fell off of all that, and I feel like, you know what, it's time to start getting these messages back out there to the people, to you, my followers. So I might even make another video. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, Santino520, I didn't make another video. I found some old footage and I decided to throw it on YouTube like I did with my other Snapchat shit. That was I converted some Snapchat stories to videos, YouTube videos. Check them out, Santino520 on YouTube. So yeah, it's like everybody that I've met in this place, that are coming in and getting adjusted and aligned and all that good stuff, they come in, and like right now I met this lady and she was so not happy. She came in and I could, tables are close to each other, it's in the same room, and you can hear things, and I overheard the conversation, and it sounded like she had a stressful day. And so I was just like, well, I know what that's like, don't we all? And by the time she left there, she gives Dr. Cox a hug, and she had a little laugh, and she walks out with a smile on her face. And so I'm sharing this with you because I believe that this practice is important. I've even considered taking a career in chiropractic, or in the chiropractic field, and maybe, collaborating with Dr. Cox and doing something. I don't know, but I think that it's important to increase the awareness and education of what a good chiropractor can do for you. Like I said, I always thought it was a snap, crackle, pop, pat in the back, get out of here, see you when I see you. But not this place. It's been a life-changing experience. Besides the car accident alone, life aligned me with Life Aligned Wellness Center, and the team here is definitely great, and I highly recommend it. So check it out. There was a lady before Cornelia. There was Joan. I met her. I had just got in. I laid on the table. She was getting off the table, getting ready to leave. I was next. And when she stood up and I made eye contact with her, I said, "Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this place?" And I'm thinking 11 or 12, right? I would say that. But she said 10, and that's top of the scale. So, she starts telling me her story, and I'm just like, wow, like this place really is like life-changing. I haven't met anybody that's had anything negative to say. I've even looked at the reviews before I left my review, and it's like, they've got several 5-star ratings and a 4-star, and I haven't even seen the 4-star. I left the 5-star rating, of course, but yeah, it was a Google review. And so yeah, Snapchatters, whatever you're doing out there, have fun, be safe, be good at it, but definitely be safe. Of course you want to be good at what you're doing. Excellence in all we do, right? But safety, mission first, safety always. Remain vigilant, and don't instinctively go on the green light. Wait a second. Look both ways like you're crossing a crosswalk, because I've been doing that for a while, and I'm sure you do too, especially, I know in Tucson, it's like something that's like, you should do that regularly, because people just run lights like they're not there, like they're not existent, or like they're, who knows, I don't know, I don't get it, but here I am, and here you are. Life aligned, right? Hope you're all having a great day. Yeah, buddy. Alright, however, in other news, Casper is running like a champ. Things are, outside of the accident, life is good. There's been a lot of changes, and I haven't talked about any. I might have Snapchatted a couple things here and there. You might have noticed the changes. There's been some subtle, Snapchat indicators. But if you know me personally, you know my life, there's been some great changes, especially in the last year alone. Some bad, mostly good. I just, man. The lady I just met right now, we were talking about it. I told her how I was aligned with this place and how there's no luck, there's alignment. And she says, well, yeah, with life, you got to ask yourself the right questions. Like, what can I learn from this? And so, thinking about what she said as far as asking the right questions, like I like to say, and I told her about how I feel as far as, asking the right questions. And it's, what is it? It's not, don't ask yourself, like, why did this happen to me? What can I learn from this happening to me? Like, not why is this happening to me, but why is this happening for me? Like she said, it's about the questions you ask. And of course, you can't always be positive, but you can have a positive outlook and you can maintain positivity in the questions you ask. So, yeah. Something to think about. And she was a elderly woman. So yeah, she was an elderly woman, as I was saying at the end of the last one. And the reason why I mentioned that, bring that up, is because she's obviously got some wisdom, and like they say, respect your elders, learn from your elders, all this stuff. And it's like, here I am at Life Aligned Wellness Center, being aligned with this elder, and we conversating, and those questions pop up. And I've been going through some personal things myself since the accident, asking myself questions like, do I really want to continue doing what I'm doing? Do I want to make a change, take a chance, and make a choice, take a chance to make a change? Because I think it's necessary at this time. The risk versus reward, again, just like driving a truck, it may not be worth it. And if anything, the risk is less than it is driving a truck. But I'm not getting back on a truck. Nah. Now, I do love my job. I really do. I deal with things, I do things like getting out of my comfort zone, like not liking people too much, but knowing that if I get up out of bed in the morning and I go out there, I'm going to be helping people. And one of the things about me is, no matter what it is, inanimate or animate, a person, place, or thing, I like to leave things better than the way I found them. So I'm in that position now. I'm not just a driver anymore. I'm like a supervisor, a mentor, not quite a friend, but I'm just trying to leave these people that I supervise with something of value, and I do it every day. So, yeah. And it's definitely something you've got to do. And I know I've never been diagnosed with a social anxiety disorder, but there's times where I'm just like, oh my God, people, man, enough of people. Let's, maybe no more people. But I know that it's part of what I need to do to become the person I need to be, is get comfortable with being uncomfortable, which is dealing with people, and once I do what I do as far as helping people, leaving them with some kind of value, as far as whether it's showing them how to use an app, showing them how to do the job, helping them with whatever issue it is on the job they're having. Even the dispatchers and managers that I deal with, the drivers, dispatchers, managers, all of them. I work with them all and I help them all. I maintain relationships between the drivers, dispatchers, and managers, myself and the company that, And that's something that I do personally, because I know that if I don't get up and I don't get out there and I don't go do these things, that it's not going to, I got to be I gotta, that's how I bring value to people, you know. I was aligned with this position to help people. Like, I love helping people, you know, as long as it's within means. If it's within my power. Right now, as far as my position, the company, it's like I have that ability now, and I can do that, and it's great. And there's so many other things that I've realized that I can do with this ability, and the desire to want to leave people with something of value, and just knowing that I like to leave things better than the way I found them. So yeah, it's interesting. But think about that. You gotta ask yourself the right questions. And on top of all that, I've learned that when you give, and you give from your heart, you know, that you're gonna receive like tenfold. You know, and I've been blessed, man. The last few years I've definitely been blessed. And if you know me, you can imagine how, you can see how, you might know how. And if you're watching this, you might be a blessing to me. I could be your blessing, you know. The message that I'm sharing right now could be a blessing. You know, it's the way the universe works. No matter what you believe in, it doesn't matter. You've got to pay attention to the signs and the messages and the things that are there. Like, don't ignore it. You know, if there's something catches your attention, just follow your heart with it and go with it, because you might be missing out on something that the universe is trying to align you with. You're trying to, alignment. There's no luck, there's only alignment. So if you feel like you're missing something, if you feel like something, like something passed you, or you passed something, you missed an exit, you know what I mean? Like, think about the things that have happened, not to you, but for you. And take those things and analyze them closely, and think about it as far as, well, not why did this happen to me, but why did this happen for me? There's something we can learn from everything, even the negative shit, all the stuff that happens, the car accident I was in, things like that. My mom's death, like, I watched her, she went through so much in the last few years before she died on December 8th last year, and I learned a lot from her, just from the things that she went through, and you know what? I'm going to use that example as far as my mom. I haven't really talked about it. I don't know if I've talked about it at all, but I think that'd be a good example as far as analyzing something and taking what you can from it, no matter how negative it may have an impact on your life. And that's like, so with my mom, I saw her, she was in pain, she had hip replacements, she had cancer, going through all this stuff, and all they did was launch freaking prescriptions at her, and she was popping these pills, and it was sad, and the whole time I'm just like, well, what can I learn from this? And I helped her as much as I could, myself, my family, my sisters, we, until the last day, we helped her as much as we could. Everybody put in effort, and, it was just like, it was inevitable, as it is. I mean, we're born dying, but in this case, that was my mom. And I'm just like, gosh, it's happening. Like, it's gonna happen. And here I am. So seeing her going through these things, I thought about, well, what happened to her? What did she do? What choices did she make that got her there? And I was like, well, so yeah, I did some, I analyzed that. And then I thought, well, maybe that's the things that I can do different, make different choices, And so I've taken, I'll take a leave here and there, allergy pill, because allergies suck, eye drops. But I like to take, when it comes to like major shit, I'll take more of a holistic approach to things rather than taking medicines and prescriptions. Like, I remember they tried to give me some muscle relaxers and pain things. I forget, it was some crazy shit. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And I didn't. And I still got through what I went through holistically. So, and that's something that I wouldn't have done, and that's, like I was saying, that's something I might not have done if I didn't see my mom go through these things, and I didn't feel the way I did about seeing her go through these things, and I didn't make a difference in the choices that I made because of the way that I seen her going through these things, you know, and I adjusted my choices accordingly to avoid all that. And I mean, there was a message in there for me. I mean, you know, me talking about it, you know, talking to you listening, there's a message there that maybe you need to hear. You know, there's some reason I felt compelled to do this, you know, talk about it. Like I said, I've been going through a lot of changes, physically, mentally, emotionally, and other ways, but it's like, there's a message. And it's like I said, if you pay attention, the signs are there, the message is there. And you just gotta grasp it. Pay attention. Don't avoid it. Don't run from it. As I was saying, you know, I mean, life is gonna align you. The universe is gonna align you with whatever it is necessary for you to be who you are meant to be. And if you miss those signs, those messages, that exit, you know, you might not get there. But it's gonna come up again. It will happen. I know there's some things I look back and I'm like, wow, had I made that choice, I might be a little bit ahead of where I'm at right now. But it's like, you know what? There was a reason for that. I had to miss that exit. Because by the time I got to the next exit, to get me aligned where I'm supposed to be, between those two exits, I learned something that helped me leverage what was supposed to benefit me, you know, continue, you know, getting off in the next exit, between those two exits, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, here I am, here you are, here we are now, right now, in this moment. So whatever you do, I advise you not to feel defeated. Just pay attention and follow your heart. I've been telling people, just follow your heart. That's what I did. You know, you just gotta follow your heart and understand that the truth will set you free. Find the truth, understand that truth, and share the truth. Tell the truth. Be impeccable with your word. You know, and just do your best. Excellence in all we do, right? Service before self. As I said, when you serve people, you know, like I said, I leave people with value. You know, I like to leave things better in the way I found it. When service before self, you know, and when you do that, you know, you're gonna get back tenfold. You know, I've realized that. I understand that now. I've practiced it, and I'm preaching it, and I'm witnessing it. It's happening in my life. Yeah, buddy. So I'm not telling you to do what I'm doing or to do what I did. All I'm saying is to pay attention to the signs and follow your heart. Understand the truth, share the truth, and you'd be surprised how that'll benefit you. And I know I can elaborate some more on some other things, but that's just right now. I feel like that's really it. That's what I want to, that's the message. You know, just follow your heart, and life will align you. The universe will align you with what it is necessary for you to continue moving forward. You know, and there's some things that you can't, you know, move on from, but you could definitely carry on. You know what I mean? So think about that. Out of all the bad days you've had up to this moment, you survived all of them. So just keep on keeping on. And before I end this, I just want to say thank you. If you've listened and watched each snap up to this point, then I guess there was something in the message that I'm relaying to you that you need to hear. So if you've got to watch everything again, do that. Like I said, pay attention. Pay attention to the signs and messages, and life will align you. Trust me. I can attest to that. I'll tell you right now, that's the way it is. So, yeah, thank you for watching thus far, and I guess this will conclude my rant. This message to you, sponsored by me, Santino, Lopez. Y'all have a good day again. Have fun, be safe, definitely be safe, and be good. Be good at it.